Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. This is Love, Truth, and Wisdom Tarot Guidance. I hope you all are having an enjoyable day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are, and I hope you all are doing well. So today I'm here to bring you another pick a card reading, and today we are asking what important messages does Spirit have for you at this very moment right now. So we have here three piles you can choose from. We have the first pile here with calming, the second pile here with cilantro, and the third pile here with invigorating. So feel free to pick more than one if you feel guided to do so. Just keep in mind that this is a general reading and not all the messages will resonate, and that's okay. Just take what does and leave what doesn't, and don't make it fit if it doesn't fit. I am available for personal readings. If you feel guided to get a personal reading from me, that information will be down below in the description box, along with other goodies and information for different tools and stuff like that along to help you along in your journey. And then I just want to give a big thanks to all of you for liking, sharing, subscribing, supporting me, my channel in whatever way you felt guided to do so. Honestly, I truly appreciate every single one of you. So thank you so much for taking the time out to listen to these readings, to comment. Thank you for your time, your trust, your support. It just honestly means a lot to me, and I'm so grateful to be able to be your tarot reader. And I'm just so glad that these messages are providing you with some deeper insights and guidance to your situation. So without further ado here, let's get on to your reading. Hello, pile one, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the calming card, this is your reading for what important message does Spirit have for you at this time. So with the calming card, it also says acceptance. So I definitely feel like if you chose this message, it's like I feel like there's some type of heart awakening or heart chakra. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of sadness, a little bit of anxiety, maybe even a lot of anxiety, some anxiousness. I just feel like there's a lot going on in your heart space, and Spirit is wanting you to know the more that you can know that you deserve love, because I feel like there's this energy here that you feel like you don't deserve love, or maybe you just got rejected, or you didn't feel accepted by someone or a group or a community or something, and you're just feeling a little bit of a rejection. I'm just getting a rejection wound here. This message is definitely for you, and Spirit wants you to know that right now you are in a space right now of healing your heart, so you can open your heart again. I feel like you're in a place where you feel really closed off, or you just feel like you're not open to love anymore, almost like you don't trust anyone anymore. And this is mostly a reflection of how you feel about yourself. You just feel like you don't trust yourself, you don't trust your feelings that you have anymore towards people, places, things, because maybe that particular person, those people or that place rejected you in some way, and you were maybe feeling really sure about it, and now you're in, because you got rejected or because something didn't turn out the way you expected it to be, you're just kind of feeling like, I don't trust anyone, I don't trust myself. You're just in a very closed off place, which is okay. The more that you can accept this, because with acceptance, I really feel like this is about accepting where you're at and accepting how you feel, no matter the conditions, no matter the circumstances, no matter if it's like good or bad or whatever. No judgment on how you're feeling, no judgment on what you're going through. It's like you're learning how to accept, you're learning how to heal, you're learning how to release parts of yourself that no longer serve you. I feel like you're in this place where you are in a process of learning how to open your heart and open yourself up to the peace of divine love, the peace of divinity, the peace of like, I don't even know if I'm channeling so much. I just feel like there's this thing where you're opening yourself up to more peace of like divinity, love, grace, like just allowing yourself to be one with yourself and one with others without judgment. So I feel like there was maybe a lot of judgment or like a lack of discernment on your part in some way, or maybe others judged you or something like that. But whatever the case, I just feel like this is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. Maybe you judge yourself really harshly, or you criticize yourself a lot, or you really don't accept yourself fully for who you are, like flaws and all, you know what I mean? Like light and shadow. Maybe you really repel or kind of push away your shadowy aspects, the aspects of you that are deemed as bad or negative, like maybe greedy or conceited or arrogant or lost or which is whatever the case may be. Those are just a couple words that came up. So maybe you could be feeling those things, or that's something that you really don't pay attention to when it comes to your own character and personality, but it seems to be something that's reflected back to you, and you're maybe always wondering why you're always meeting arrogant people or greedy people or demanding people. I'm also hearing demeaning people, or just people that are very like surface level or something, or just people who, I don't know where sacrifice is coming in. Like something about your situation right now seems like a sacrifice, but a sacrifice of like your own happiness and your own divinity within. You know what I mean? Like you sacrificed a piece of you that you weren't supposed to sacrifice, or maybe you compromised the piece of you that you weren't supposed to compromise because you wanted to be accepted, but they just ended up rejecting you anyway, or something like that. I just feel like there's this acceptance and rejection. For some of you, maybe it was a rejection letter to a job or school or something like that, or something. And I just feel like you feel like giving up. You feel like this angst, this anxiety, this worry, this judgment. Like, what are people going to say? What are people going to think? And this is all happening for your betterment. This is all happening for your highest good, because Spirit is really wanting you to learn that you deserve love and you are always accepted in, in Source God Creator's eyes. You are always loved. You are like true divinity. You can be and do whatever you feel. I feel like there's this like maybe restriction you place upon yourself sometimes when it comes to what you can do, or your powers or your abilities or your talents, and Spirit is really wanting you to see you truly for who you are, flaws and all, and to love those flaws, to love those shadowy aspects that, you feel, maybe you're like denying the fact that you feel rejected and you're pretending all is good, but all is not good. You know what I mean? Because we do also have here the 7 of buttons, which speaks about perseverance, diligence. I also feel like I'm getting like a 5 of Pentacles vibes, because at first I thought this was the 5 of Pentacles. So I do feel like there could be some self-worth or I heard self-loathing or just value issues. Maybe money issues could be a concern as well with the 7 of Pentacles. But I feel like there's this like perseverance, or Spirit is really asking you to persevere right now, because your rewards will come. And I do see you having a wish fulfillment, because we have this card, fulfillment of wishes, which is the 9 of Cups in traditional tarot. But it does come after like some type of grievance, some type of sadness, some type of breakthrough, some type of heart awakening. So Spirit is really wanting you to keep going. I do feel like you're becoming more aware of the fact that you need to move on, maybe more aware of the fact that you are in this place of heartache and loss. Maybe you were denying it for a really long time, and this is something that you can no longer deny. I also feel like Spirit is really wanting you to be aware of your own abilities, of your own, again, divinity, your own, the union within, how connected you are to Source Creator, that you are Source in reincarnate, and that it's time for you to move to a more abundant place. I feel like you could be seeing a lot of 3s or a lot of 4s, because we have 2 3s here. Well, actually 3 3s, because we have the World. Is that the World? Yeah. Which reduces to a 3. So you could be seeing a lot of 3s, 3 or 44 could be significant. And I feel like this is confirmation, or Spirit is affirming that you're okay. Everything is okay. You're exactly where you need to be. I know it doesn't feel good, and it feels really, maybe I'm hearing the word shitty, or it just feels really passive. It feels like nothing's happening. It feels like you can't move on. It feels like maybe even if no matter how hard you try to move on, nothing works. But Spirit is wanting you to know that everything is as it should be, and everything is coming into completion. You're ending a very important phase or cycle in your life that comes with you knowing your worth, you knowing your value, you knowing your abilities, and you becoming way more aware of yourself, and you knowing yourself on a whole new level about how abundant you really are, despite what you've been told about yourself, despite people rejecting you, and despite people like and despite like how heartbroken you feel right now, because I am getting this feeling that you may feel a little bit lost. It could be that you lost someone, or it could be that you feel like you've lost someone, or you're just experiencing some type of heartache, maybe through communication, because anytime I see a lot of threes, it speaks to me it speaks to me about communication. This could be communication from a person or spirit, but I just feel like maybe you received some bad news or some communication that really put you in I guess, a downward spiral, or just a place where you're just feeling really heartbroken and sad and like grieving some type of loss. And this was meant to happen for you because with the world here, it is in reverse. So it's like you weren't being fulfilled wherever you were, whatever you were doing, whatever you were entertaining, person, place, or thing, it wasn't going to fulfill you. And spirit had to put a stop to it because it was honestly stunning your growth, and it was making you feel, not making you feel empty, but it was adding to the emptiness that you may have already felt. It wasn't helping you progress. It wasn't helping you grow. It wasn't showing you how abundant you are. It wasn't encouraging you. It wasn't empowering you, this person, place, or thing. And so spirit had to really put a stop to it because it was honestly just taking your power away. So I do feel like there's this like unfinished business when it comes to your growth and evolution that was stagnated, or it's like whatever it was, it's like spirit needed you to grow and evolve, and you weren't growing and evolving wherever you were or wherever you wanted to be, whoever you wanted to be with, if this is about a person. And spirit had to really put a stop to it. And it's like it's like spirit really wants you to like not invest any more energy, or spirit really wanted you not to invest any more energy into this cycle, into this person, place, thing, job, work, friendship, family, whatever the case may be. And because again, it was like definitely stunting your growth. And so this is what I feel like is like you feel like you're losing, and which is perfectly fine. Like, accept the fact that this is a loss, because whatever it is a loss, and grieving is perfectly okay. And it's meant to teach us that this too shall pass, that we're allowed to experience pain, hurt, sadness, fear, heartache, and still know our worth, and still know our value, and still know that we are abundant, and we are, fertile, and we can birth new ideas and grow new things if we just believe in ourselves and believe that this was divinely guided and meant to happen for our highest good and the highest good of the collective. Because we also have the Hierophant here with the moon, and so we have like a lot of major arcanas here. We have 3. We have, well, if you count awareness, fertility, so awareness is the Magician, fertility is the Empress. So we have 4 major arcana. So there's like this major change happening, but I do feel like this was like a moral issue that was going on. I do feel like this could have been some subconscious stuff, programming that was going on, where you felt like whatever you were going through, whatever the situation is, it just wasn't in alignment with your highest good. And I feel like it wasn't, I think your beliefs were clouded by doubt. I think maybe your beliefs were not for your highest good or the highest good of everyone involved. I don't think you were really using your wisdom or relying on your wisdom in this situation. I think you were relying a lot on other people loving you, accepting you, validating you, recognizing you, just building you up. And spirit had to put an end to that, because you don't need other people to do that. You can do that for yourself. You are this magnificent Empress or Hierophant or this Magician, like, and gender, it does not matter. You are this person that can cultivate a new beginning just by being you, just by being authentic, just with you. You don't need anyone else. That doesn't mean you don't want other people. It just means it's not a need. You know what I mean? Now you can desire and intend to build with other people, but once it becomes a need, it kind of, it makes you feel like a lack mentality about yourself. And it makes you feel like you're not good unless you have this person or this group or this community or whatever, despite what society says, because there's just a lot of whatever. But like, I just feel like, I think there was a lot of illusions here. And I think you were possibly deluding yourself and not on purpose and not maliciously. Obviously, we don't delude ourselves on purpose. It's just because of this program of fear and doubt, and we were taught not to trust our own innate wisdom. We were taught not to trust ourselves. We were taught to over-identify with our beliefs, and we weren't taught to really follow our morals or be in our integrity. And it's like, a lot of stuff that we were taught just wasn't for our betterment and wasn't to help us be more aware or to encourage us to grow and evolve. It was to keep us small, to keep us in this illusion that we are nothing without this, that, or the other, and to keep us disempowered. And I do feel like this is something you're going through. So you could be having a major spiritual breakthrough right now. Maybe I'm not getting like ego death or dark night of the soul, but I'm just getting this like awareness, like you're seeing things, you could literally be seeing things, or you could just be seeing yourself differently. You're seeing the situation differently. You're breaking beyond illusions. You're letting go of fear. You are no longer confused. I feel like maybe you were confused in the past and doubtful and very indecisive and just very fear-based. And I definitely feel like Spirit is taking you on this journey or on this detour, I'm hearing, where you won't feel this way anymore, because we also have foundations and achievements, which is the Four of Wands with the accelerated motion card here. So this is about fast moving, beautiful change, another wish card to me. And this is a very abundant wish that's coming your way after you move on from a very I want to say unhealthy, stagnant, stunted situation that just wasn't for your good, for your betterment. And I definitely feel like you would have been bored here if you would have been bored if you stuck with this, but also I felt like you were already bored with the situation and Spirit was just, throwing you a bone. I'm surprised we don't have the Tower here, but I'm not getting this was a Tower moment. I'm getting this was just like a level of awareness where you didn't need Spirit to really intervene. It's something you already knew, but you just didn't know why you were feeling this way. You didn't know consciously. I think subconsciously you knew, but you didn't know consciously, like, why am I feeling bored and discontent, even though this is something that quote unquote I wanted and desired, because it's not something that was really fulfilling to your soul, and it wasn't something that you truly desired for the right reasons or desired from a place of innate wisdom. You desired it from like an ego-based thing. You desired it because it was filling a void within you, or you thought it was going to fill a void within you. You desired it because you were distracting yourself from the heartache that you held within you, and the pain and the loss that you were feeling. You desired it because you weren't in your power, and other people desired it. So you're just like, why don't I desire this too? You know what I mean? It wasn't an authentic desire. It was more just an ego-based illusion, if that makes sense. But I do feel like you are going to get what you truly desire. What Spirit is like, you truly need to be fulfilled and happy. And this discontent and boredom is going to be a thing of the past. And I do feel like this is going to come in rather quickly as soon as you like heal this heartache and loss and discover your true power and your true abilities and talents and wisdom. This like foundation of like happiness, beauty, joy, achievement is going to come in really fast. And this is something that I feel like Spirit is bringing to you to help you to further along your healing, but to also like, it's like you're meant to be in a certain space and a certain place at a certain time. Right now, like obviously like right now you're meant to be where you are, but you're also meant to be somewhere else. I feel like there's this fated or destined like that's not the word. There's this destined path, like this destined like idea or job or wish or something that is just meant for you. You won't miss it. You know what I mean? But in order for you to grab it, to have it, you have to leave this past situation behind. You have to be more in your power. You have to be more aware. You have to kind of be objective moving forward. You have to know that abundance, you are abundant, abundance is all around you. It's something that you're never disconnected from. It's only like an illusion. You're always connected to abundance. You're always connected to source, to creator. You always have the ability to birth a new beginning, whatever that may be. You have the ability to create a new foundation, to achieve whatever you want, to achieve your wishes, as long as they're in alignment with your highest good and the highest good of the collective. And you'll know whether it is or not because you'll feel bored. I think boredom and discontentment is a really it's like a blessing and a curse. Like, it sucks to feel that way, but it's also a really strong message, and it's a really strong message from your intuition saying, like, this is not what I really want. This is not what I truly desire. This is not for my highest good. So really listen to that. Wherever you feel bored or discontent, it's because there's something askew. It's not really meant for you, or you're missing something or something like that. But I do think you're definitely going to get some wishes fulfilled here as soon as you move forward. And I feel like this is like a rite of passage. You going through this, you coming to terms with the fact that you are the magician and you have all the tools that you need to create the life that you wish and the foundation that you wish, the family, the home, the house, the relationship, whatever the case may be. I'm not getting strong like relationship vibes, but this could be about a relationship. If that's the case, I feel like you're breaking up with someone, or you're breaking things off with someone, and you're becoming like single, but like happily single, because you know, like, you're never alone. You have everything you need. And if you want to be in a healthy, happy relationship, you can. And it doesn't matter about your past, and doesn't matter what this person said. You just know, like, that's your divine right. You know what I mean? That's just your birthright, is to be in a happy relationship, whatever that looks like for you, as long as it's authentic, and as long as it's for, you know, it's in your highest and the highest good of that other person. So I definitely feel like you're gonna receive a lot of signs and synchronicity soon, maybe a lot of feathers. I feel like, yeah, it's like a rite of passage that you're going through right now. You're definitely going to experience a lot of enlightenment, a lot of spiritual awakenings, a lot of aha moments, a lot of truths being told to you through spirit, through dreams, through messages from other people. I definitely feel like you're going to be more in balance and more in your integrity moving forward. I don't think you're going to allow your fears to really get the best of you anymore. You're going to use your imagination for good. Now, I'm not saying that will be easy, because you're still going through this transitioning. For some of you, you're still going through this transitioning, like, from heartache, but it is something where you're more aware that you have what you need. You never needed this person, this place, this thing, this job, this, whatever the case, whatever it was. It's like you already had it, and you have this, like, maybe unhealthy attachment to it that spirit really needed you to pay attention to not to judge, but to accept that, okay, I have an unhealthy attachment here, and I need to detach. I need to surrender. I need to let go in order to really realize my true power, like, who I am as a being, and like my worth and my value, because there's a lot of good things coming towards you, especially with the rainbow here, and like foundations and achievements and accelerated motion. I feel like spirit is really on your side and is really going to start accelerating a lot of beautiful things your way very, very soon here. So just like continue to persevere, continue to trust what you feel, accept how you feel at any given moment, and just let it flow through you. Try not to over-identify with it, and just be yourself, be authentic, and just, you know, continue to speak the truth whenever in matters of the heart. Speak from your heart, because again, I'm getting like this heart awakening. So just be patient with yourself, be compassionate towards yourself, take your time with this. Things are looking up, things will get moving sooner than you think. You don't have to rush the process, and whatever is for you will never miss you. This beautiful energy I'm seeing won't miss you. You won't miss it. So just continue to know that you're right where you need to be, and everything is unfolding perfectly. Yeah. So that is what I see for you guys. So I'm going to leave it here. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this provided you with some insights and guidance into your situation. If not, feel free to pick another pile if you feel guided to do so. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I will talk to you all later. Take care. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose Cilantro, this is your reading for important message or messages from spirit, what you need to know right now. So Cilantro also speaks about letting go. So I do feel like a lot of you are in the process of letting go of an old habit, an old belief, an old pattern, an old dynamic, an old situation. I think a lot of this has to do with more your thinking, maybe aspects of yourself, because we do have shadow here, and that just reminds me of like shadow aspects of yourself, and learning how to not let go of it per se, but how to love your shadow aspects, how to stand in your power and know that you are light and shadow. And how to just enjoy being you and enjoy being with yourself. I think you can be your own worst enemy and your own worst critic. And I do think that's something you're overcoming, with like the mental chatter of you, like of negative self-talk or persevering talk or anything like that. I just feel like you're overcoming a lot of obstacles. We have a lot of like overcoming energy here with like the victory and success, and then the triumph card, which is the chariot. Also, I feel like a lot of you could be seeing a lot of ones. That's just extra confirmation that this is your reading. Maybe you're seeing 1111 a lot or 111, but I do feel like you're coming to this place where you're ending one cycle, you're at the end of one cycle and you're about to start another, but this is very challenging. I'm definitely seeing here that you could be easily triggered at the moment. So you could be feeling like emotionally unstable. You could be feeling a little bit uncaring towards yourself, towards other, like a little bit like heartless is what I'm picking up, which there's no shame and no judgment. The more you can allow and just accept and be aware that you're feeling this way, the better. It just means you're off balance. It just means that things aren't, you're just having a hard time like opening your heart, loving yourself, and loving others. So like I said, so Cilantro speaks about, so the trigger statement is, this is not the way it's supposed to be. So a lot of you could be feeling this way. You're feeling like this is not the way your life is supposed to go. This is not where you're supposed to be, all that kind of stuff. Instead of just surrendering and accepting the fact that this is where you are and this is okay, no judgment. If you were meant to be somewhere else, you would be somewhere else, but this is where you are and that's okay. There's a purpose to it. And then the true statement is, I am free, because you are free to change it at any time, but it starts with your thought process. And we do have the 5 of Swords here, but again, this is something I feel like you're overcoming. But I do feel like this is hard to overcome your thinking. I feel like you may think like everything is a challenge or everything is so hard or why is this happening to me? Like almost like a victim mentality, like I have to do everything myself, like I have no one to help me. You keep repeating certain things and the universe is just, okay, like I'm just going to reflect it. I'm just going to give it more to you instead of you changing your perception a bit. So I do feel like you could be feeling a little bit burdened right now. You can be not really allowing others to help you or even the divine to help you at the moment, even though you're free to do so. It's like you need to free yourself from these burdens. I'm surprised we don't have like the 10 of Wands here, but that's the vibe I'm getting. And just allow yourself to be cleansed of anything that is weighing you down. And I feel like the biggest thing that's weighing you down right now is your thoughts, like your mental, like your ego. And it's like, it's really like power struggles. You could be finding yourself in power struggles with other people, but especially with yourself. I feel like you're very hard on yourself. You're very harsh to yourself. You speak very critical of yourself, and because of this you speak very critically to others. You may like to control others, not like to, but I feel like you try to control others, or you try to control the situation because you feel like it should be a certain way, and or you feel like others should be a certain way. And you know, obviously that's not nice, but it's like we all do it at some point in time and that's okay. But I just think the more that you're aware of it, the more that you can start to change it. And we have here the universe in reverse. So this speaks about regression and stagnation. So I do feel like you're regressing back to maybe old habits or old way of thinking. Again, I feel like something triggered you in order for you to regress. So I don't know, it could be anything. It could have been something that someone said to you. It could have been a situation that was brought up. It could have been a love situation. It could have been, I don't know. It's like there's this something that was triggered. Maybe you had an opportunity to open your heart and you felt really scared and you couldn't or something. Or maybe you wanted this person to open up to you in a certain way or tell you something and they didn't or they couldn't, and you thought it was supposed to be a certain way and it just kind of triggered you. And I mean, it could be a million different things, but I just feel like the most important thing is to know is that you are in a place where you're stagnating and regressing back to old habits and old ways of being, maybe like secluding yourself, or just kind of thinking that you have to do everything yourself, that you have no one to back you up, that you have no one that cares about you that can really help you. And that is not the case. I think you're just kind of in this place where you don't trust people, or you really just don't trust yourself to open up to others, to be vulnerable with others, to really tell people like, hey, I'm really burdened right now, or hey, I'm really feeling down right now. Like I just feel like there's this like, you're not really opening yourself up to help, and you're just kind of thinking that people aren't here to help you. So I'm just getting this unstable energy, like emotionally, but also like in terms of maybe finances, your security, your financial stability, you just not being able to nurture yourself, you feeling like you can't take care of yourself or you can't take care of others, you feeling maybe a little bit, I'm just getting like maybe this arrogant attitude, but again, it's not because you're an arrogant person. It's just more like a defense mechanism. Like you're just really angry or you're just really upset. And so it's just coming across, instead of you telling people like why you're really angry, why you're really upset, it's just coming across as like pretentious or entitled or just really uncaring, like again, like the heartless type of energy. So there's a real need to kind of be in solitude right now, not in isolation, but to take some time to yourself and really figure out what it is you're feeling and why you're feeling this, because there's a lot of mental conflict and a lot of mental chatter that's going on, and you are really feeling defeated right now, and you're really feeling lost, alone, and just feeling like no one cares. We also have the 8 of Pentacles, so this could be about work, this could be about finances, but there is this, you are in a process of mastering this particular lesson and this particular like challenge, I guess I should say. It's like you are, or you will be, I don't think you are right now, but I think you're going to overcome this. Well, not I think, I know you're definitely going to overcome this, but it requires a lot of focus, and it requires a lot of like honesty on your part, being honest with yourself and allowing yourself to be honest with others, being honest about those shadowy aspects that we all have. And I was speaking about this a lot in pile 1, so maybe pile 1 may have additional messages for you in terms of like shadow and light and stuff like that. But I definitely feel like for you guys in this pile, it's a totally different message, but this shadow stuff is coming up here. So I definitely feel like there's a need to really like, the only way you overcome your shadow is to face it head on and to love it. You can't get rid of it. I mean, you can't ignore it. I mean, you can, but it doesn't help. You just have to love it, and you just have to work with it, especially like, with the triumph here, but this is a chariot, and traditionally you see like a white horse and a black horse, which represents to me like the light and shadow aspects and moving in the same direction. So I definitely feel like there's a need to come together with your shadow self and learn to understand why it's there, accept it, love it, and befriend it and understand it instead of judging it, instead of criticizing it. And I think that critical mind is part of your shadow self, and understand why it's there. It's definitely a defense mechanism. It's definitely in order to protect you. It's a survival instinct, a trauma response. So it's nothing to judge. We all have it, or we've all in like what did I want to say? We've all like, what do I want to say? Not embrace. Like we all have it. We all like have been taught some type of trauma response, some type of defense mechanism. And I definitely feel like you feel alone in this. You feel like you're not allowed to speak about it. You're not allowed to feel this way or to have these thoughts, and that's not the case. The more that you can confront it and be honest about it, the better you can help yourself, and the better you can move forward in your life the way that I see you wanting to. Because we do have 2 aces here. We have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, which the Ace of Cups in this deck says love begins, and the Ace of Wands in this deck, it says wands, yeah, it says prosperity begins. This might be the Ace of Pentacles, I'm not sure. I think it's the Ace of Wands because it's red. But whatever the case, I do feel like there's this like success coming your way when you discover that you're not alone, and it's okay. There's a difference between being alone and lonely. I think for a lot of you, you may be like, and a lot of people like love their time with themselves. It's like, I feel like for some of you don't like spending time with yourself because it brings up a lot of shadowy aspects in you, like maybe this rejection wound or abandonment wound, or you feeling not good enough. Okay, excuse me. Sorry. All of a sudden my throat is like having this coughing fit. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you, this has to do with like communication. I think you're you're going through some type of throat chakra issue or having like maybe coughing fits a lot, or your throat is acting up, or you're just feeling a little blocked in how you communicate. Maybe you can only communicate anger right now. Can't really communicate your feelings in a healthy way. So you're just kind of, repressing this, or again, just kind of telling yourself stories in your head, or communicating only to yourself, but the stories are very conflicting. They're very like argumentative, or like stonewalling yourself. I just feel like there's this feeling of defeat, but you're not defeated. That's for sure. You have really beautiful cards here, and you have power, which is strength, and it's like infinity. So you are powerful. You are a powerful being. You are love. You are light. You are shadow. You are everything and nothing all at the same time. And you can overcome anything. You are not alone. But there is a need for solitude. There is a need to explore, to evaluate, to reflect on your power, your true power, where it comes from. It doesn't necessarily come from other people. It doesn't come from external things. It comes from your divinity within. It comes from you knowing that you are love, that love is not something outside of you, but it's something you are. It's who you are. It's where you come from. It's where you will go back to. So when you discover that and truly embrace that and feel that, and despite whatever else you're feeling, despite your shadow self, and you learn to love that, because that also holds a purpose, that also holds a divinity in itself, and you really look at it, and it coming together brings wholeness, and it has a lot of wisdom and intuitive guidance, as I was saying, about like why you do what you do, why you're feeling conflicted, why you're feeling maybe argumentative, or you want to be right or wrong, because with love there is no right and wrong. It's just, it's love. Like that saying, like, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? That's a true statement. Like, you can't be both. And first of all, being happy, because being right comes from your ego, but being happy comes from your soul. And when you're happy, you don't care. When you're in love, like, not like you don't care, but it's a different vibe than wanting to be in control, wanting to be powerful, wanting to be in charge, wanting to have people look up to you, wanting to be the savior. I just feel like you may have the savior complex, and you may be doing things in order to get recognition, but you're not getting the recognition, and then you get upset, and then you get angry, and then you become heartless. It's like this cycle that keeps repeating. So I just feel like there's a need for some alone time, most definitely. And I feel like because you're ending this cycle of really feeling lonely and not enjoying your own company, like I said, there's a big message here about you feeling like you not enjoying your company because of what it brings up, or because of what you see, or because you just don't like yourself, which honestly, it happens to all of us. We all at some point in time have not liked ourselves, or will not like ourselves. Like, it's part of the whole life journey and the process and everything that's going on. So that is okay. But the more that you can accept that, the more that you can master this. And I do feel like you're going to master yourself, or you're going to master this lesson in shadow and light aspects, shadow and light work. I feel like you're going to triumph. You're going to be really successful. And again, this is like a daily process. This is something you have to do every day. This is not just a one-time thing. This is like daily, like I said, daily practice, daily routine of you like spending time with yourself, meditating, focusing, quieting your mind, focusing on love, focusing on what you want, focusing on yourself, how you feel, why you feel this way. Maybe journaling, I'm hearing, is helpful, or scripting might be helpful. But there is this message here that you will overcome this conflict and defeat. I feel like you just need some time, and you just need to kind of know that you're headed in the right direction, because for some of you, you feel like you're not, and I am hearing that you are headed in the right direction. So it just may not feel like it, but maybe cilantro is significant. I love cilantro, so maybe adding cilantro to your diet, or like your food or something, might be helpful. But there's this like strong message to know that you are free, and you can let go of things that people, things, places that do not serve you. And I feel like you could be feeling responsible for other people's baggage, and it's not your baggage to be responsible for. But that's, and that's also another skill you have to master, and another lesson, and another cycle. So I feel like there's many cycles you're going through, but right now it starts with you, and it starts with loving you, and it starts with showing compassion for you, and loving yourself enough to want to spend time with yourself, and wanting to reflect and go within, not all the time, but when you need to, and knowing when you need to, and when you need to be around people, and when you don't need to be around people, and being honest about that as well. So there's just a lot of stuff coming through, but I am seeing some new opportunities, some new beginnings here, and I really like it. I think it really reflects, it's like you're gonna have some type of success, and you could be getting a new opportunity in work or in money. You could be getting some financial income. This could be a surprise because of this like inner work that you do. I don't know. I'm just getting a lot of success when you do this inner work and when you take the time to like truly get to know yourself. So that is the main message here. So that is what I see for you guys. So I'm going to leave it here. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this provided you with some type of guidance and insights into your situation. If not, feel free to pick another pile. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all later. Take care. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Invigorating card, this is your reading for important message. What important message or important messages does Spirit have for you right now? So I am getting this Invigorating card also speaks about bliss. So I am getting this blissful and very powerful abundant change happening in your life. I think there's definitely going to be an end to mental conflict, with mental conflict right above the world or the universe card. We also have destiny, which represents the Wheel of Fortune, and transformation, which represents the death card. So definitely some really positive change. I feel like you could be seeing a lot of 2s or 1s. That is your confirmation that this is your pile, or that it, or not, or but and that this is a positive new beginning that's going to bring a lot of balance and abundance into your situation, and it's also going to bring a lot of clarity and a lot of alignment. I definitely feel like you're ending this like stagnation, or like I said, this like mental conflict about what decision or what to make or where to go or what to choose. I think there's been a lot of financial and material changes in your world. I think there's also going to be a lot of that has brought about a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion, a lot of indecision, but I think definitely it's going to end, and I think it's bringing in a lot of victory and success, because it's bringing a lot of fortune as well. I think you don't have to wait for this very much longer, because I think you're going to get, for a lot of you, a new opportunity or a new job that you've been waiting for quite some time, that's going to be life-changing. That's going to really change the way you live, change the way you see things. It could be changing locations, changing your choices, changing your decisions. There's a lot of cards here that speak about choices and decisions. So you're going to be making different choices and decisions that you've made in the past. I feel like your decisions and choices are going to be made from a place of love, from a place of passion, from a place of inspiration, instead of from a place of fear or conflict, or just having to be patient or something like that. I feel like you're starting a whole new cycle of like curiosity and possibilities, and using your imagination. I feel like a lot of you who chose this pile, this group, are very creative. You could be starting a new creative endeavor. You could be starting a new creative project or a new creative job. But whatever the case may be, I think this is going to bring a lot of victory, success, recognition your way. And I think it's going to open up a lot of options for you in terms of where you move to, or where you live, or what you are, like how you live your day-to-day life, or, you know, what you eat. It could be anything and everything, how you think and how you feel. We also have here the 3 of Pentacles. So again, I'm getting strong work. So you could be collaborating with some pretty expert type of people. I'm getting like a lot of teamwork, a lot of collaboration, a lot of healthy camaraderie, a lot of healthy cooperation. I just feel like you're starting this new era in your life where, and this also could be with friends, where you're just working with people that get you, that build each other up, that help each other, that support each other, that encourage each other. I definitely feel like maybe you were regressing back into old ways of panic, or making decisions out of, like I said, fear, doubt, worry. I think you may have made quick decisions in the past that may have gotten you what you wanted at the moment, but in the long run wasn't the healthiest, or the reason why or not the reason why, but when you made them, it delayed, the stability that you were looking for. It was kind of like a short-term fix, is what I'm saying. In the past. But I do feel like this new project, this new opportunity, this new work environment is going to allow you to slow down and to maybe travel. This could be something where you need to travel. I'm getting air travel, but it doesn't have to be. You could get an opportunity to travel abroad or to work abroad for some of you. I also feel like this could be, if this is the case, I think you're going to have to act on this quickly. You're going to have to say like whether you want to do this or not, this new opportunity, if this hasn't come in yet. For some of you, I think it's come in, and for others of you, I think it's about to come in rather quickly here. But this is like really, really good. I feel like a lot of you are going to be in this place where you're no longer going to be feeling alone. I feel like you've been doing a lot of soul searching and spending a lot of time alone, maybe even feeling lonely or withdrawn from the world or from people. And I do feel like you're gonna, for a reason, but I think that time is up for, in order for you to self-discover. I think you're definitely going to be opening up yourself to new people, to new opportunities, to new projects. You're really going to be discovering who you are through different options and different like decisions and choices and different people. I just feel like a lot of people are going to recognize you, or going to help you, or going to support you, or going to encourage you to live your dream and live out your passions. And you're not going to feel confused anymore, which I think is the really big thing here. So if you're feeling confused, indecisive, just manic or panic about something, about a decision, I definitely think Spirit's coming in here with other people or with another person, and they're going to bring some type of victory, success, some clarity in your direction. And I think you're definitely going to see this from a place of like passion and inspiration, and like, because with passion ignited, I think this is definitely an opportunity that you're really passionate about, and it's going to cause this like huge transformation within. Like I said, it's going to bring you a lot of like, I heard like glory and like a lot of happiness and like sincerity. So if you're asking yourself why you're here, why you're in this mental conflict, why you're in this space where you just feel like you're not making a difference, you're not working with the people you want, you're not working where you want, you're not doing what you want, hang in there, because this is going to change rather quickly. I feel like you're going to get the right motivation. You're going to receive the right motivation, and you're going to receive the right motivation you need in order to express what's in your heart and express that light. I feel like every day is going to be a better day than the day before. I don't feel like I said that right. So every day from here on out is going to be better and better than the day before. I feel like you're meant to make this world a better place. I think that's something you strongly believe in. And I think that's definitely something you've lived by for quite some time, and you know what you need to do. You know what you want to do. You know what you have. You know your abilities. You know your skills. You just need the right people, or the right foundation, or the right opportunity, or the right person to kind of get you to the other right person, or something like that. I'm also hearing to trust yourself and express yourself, to share your work, to share your voice, to share your art. Don't be shy. I think that's really going to help you get your creativity, your art, whatever you're doing out there, and it's really going to inspire other people. I also feel like you're meant to inspire other people as well. So this is a really beautiful energy, you guys. I love this. So if I feel like there's not a lot to say here besides the fact that you're ending one cycle, one phase of mental conflict, and entering to a destined fated cycle of transformation, of options, of passion, of opportunity, of a long-awaited opportunity, of victory, of success, of fortune. It's a really, really beautiful spread, and a really, really beautiful energy of people helping you and collaborating with you and cooperating with you, and you sharing your world and sharing your art with others, and them sharing their art and their artistic expression with you, and you all just kind of working together in a way that's like healing and in successful and passionate, and just, it's very beautiful energy. I really love this energy, and it's just going to change you, and it's going to change your external world, and it's going to change your internal world as well. Obviously your internal world, but it's also going to change your external world, and just how you see others, how you see yourself, how you see your work, how you see your purpose, your mission here. It's a really, really nice energy. I love it. But yeah, I think your time of being alone and working alone is going to come to an end, and you're going to start working with others, especially with all the twos here. And you're going to start like seeing other people and exploring, like I said, options, and meeting new people and meeting new friends. And it's just a really nice energy. I really, really like it. So I'm going to leave it here because there's not much else to say. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this provided you with some insights and guidance to your situation. If not, feel free to pick another pile if you feel guided to do so. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you all later. Take care.